How can I make gluten-free flour blends bake like wheat flour? Imagine biting into a soft, fluffy bread or a tender muffin that tastes just like traditional baked goods. Achieving that with gluten-free flour blends can seem tricky, but it's definitely possible. Let's walk through how to make your gluten-free baked goods rise, hold together, and feel just right. Start with a good mix of flours and starches. Use a neutral flour like finely ground white rice flour or brown rice flour, which gives your baked goods some structure. You can also add sorghum flour for flavor and nutrients. Then, include starches like potato starch or tapioca starch to make your baked items light and moist. These starches help mimic the tender crumb of wheat bread. Next, add a small amount of a binder. Common options are xanthan gum, guar gum, or psyllium husk powder. These act like gluten, holding everything together and giving elasticity. For most recipes, about 1 teaspoon of xanthan gum per cup of flour blend works well. A typical gluten-free flour blend might be around 40 to 50% rice flour, 30 to 40% starch, and a small percentage of binder. For example, mix 50% white rice flour, 30% potato starch, and 20% corn flour, then add 1 teaspoon of xanthan gum for each cup of flour. Adjust the liquid in your recipe because gluten-free flours absorb more moisture. You might need to increase the liquids by about 20 to 30%. Mix your batter longer than usual to help develop structure and incorporate air. Let the batter rest for about 20 to 30 minutes before baking so the flours hydrate fully, which improves texture and rise. Leavening agents like baking powder or baking soda should be increased slightly since gluten-free baked goods tend to rise less without gluten. Add an extra 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder per cup of flour to help with lift. When baking cookies or muffins, use smaller portions to prevent crumbling. Gluten-free baked goods are often more fragile, so smaller sizes help keep them intact. Finally, measure your ingredients carefully without packing the flour and bake at the right temperature. Using a calibrated oven and adding the binder at the right stage makes a big difference. By combining a balanced blend of flours and starches, adding the right amount of binder, adjusting hydration, and following proper mixing and baking steps, you can make gluten-free flour blends that bake up with good rise, soft texture, and satisfying mouthfeel. It takes a little practice, but with these tips, gluten-free baking can be just as delicious as traditional baking.